Hello friends, this is going to be your downward dog. So for the downward dog, we're going to start in a quadruped position. That just means we're going to be on our hands and knees. I want to make sure when I start off in my quadruped position, I have a nice big hand. So splay the hand nice and wide, especially as you go and initiate into that down dog. You want to be pressing through a big hand, not through a small hand. That's going to minimize wrist strain. It's also going to help you activate muscles that you otherwise wouldn't if you just loaded the ball of your hand. Now from here, I want to start off with my shoulders stacked over my wrist, my hips stacked over my knees. I want to turn my toes inward so I can kind of bring my knees a little bit closer together. And what that's going to do is just going to help make sure that I got all points of contact with regards to my toes. Now, when I start in this position, I want to start with a nice neutral spine. I don't want to be rounded out like a mad cat here, right? So I'm just kind of nice and neutral, long through the neck, not sagging, drooping down. So retract the neck, grow nice and long, shoulders are relaxed. And I'm going to sync this with my breath. So I'm going to take a breath in from the start. And as I exhale, I press through my hands. When I press through my hands, I want to think about like jamming the ground away. Like my hands are going through the ground, pushing up and away is the idea here. Another thing I want to note is I want to make sure that especially as I initiate overhead, I want to have a stable shoulder. So I want to corkscrew my shoulders. Think about getting that crease of the elbow pointed upwards. With an active hand now, I'm going to initiate, take that breath in. Then I push through my hands. I start to get into that bear position where my knees come up, but I keep going. I keep pushing through the ground. And then I start to raise my hips up towards the ceiling, thinking about pushing the backs of my knees backwards. My hands are going in that opposite direction. And I'm just getting nice and long through my spine. I want to think about bringing my head kind of through my arms here is the idea. And I'm maintaining full finger loading. I don't want to start to just kind of let my hands cave out. Same idea goes for my feet. I want to have full foot contact. I don't want to be just loading the big toe here. I want to turn my toes inward. I want to feel the entire foot loaded. I might start here in this position and my knees might be pretty bent here just because it might be pretty tight. So that's okay. What I can do is I can do a strategy called walking the dog. We're going to take the dog for a walk where I straighten one leg, the other leg stays bent, and then I just kind of alternate here. You're getting a little calf stretch, a little posterior chain stretch. You can flow. Just flow and go. So go big breathing here. I really want to think about getting long through the spine. So I'm pressing through my hands. My head is pulled through my shoulders. My hips are reaching nice and high. I don't want to be rounded out and restricted here. So let the breath go. Let the breath flow. Pedal it out. Walk the dog. And then when you're ready to come back, you can start in the bear position. You can go quadruped. You can even flow right into a child's pose, which I find is pretty nice. So then you go back quadruped, spike the toes, turn the toes inward. Initiate, take that breath in, and then flow and exhale to the very top. And that is your downward dog.